Hello dear students. In last class we discussed about how to find the position of an object in a plane or how to find the object in a two dimensions. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟದ ಪೊಸಿಷನನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಟೂ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್, ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ದಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಅದ್ರಾಗ ರೀ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, in case of horizontal motion, it is the example for motion in one dimension. Here, in order to specify the position of an object, let us consider it is the origin. Which coordinate we are going to use? That is x coordinate. x1, x2, x3 and so on. Okay, ಯಾವ coordinate ಲಿಂದ object the position ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು? In case of one dimension, that is x coordinate. Actually that is in horizontal motion. It is in case of horizontal motion. But in case of vertical motion, so to find the position of the object we are going to use which coordinate? That is y coordinate. Vertical motion ದಾಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? y coordinate. See here, object is moving vertically upward, so let us take it is the origin. Okay, then it is y1, y2, y3 and so on. With respect to time, there is a change in position of the object along which axis? Y axis. At the time t1, position of the object along y axis is y1. At the time t2, y2. At the time t3, y3. So it is in case of vertical motion. ಇವೆರಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. These two are the example for motion in one dimension. So what its meaning? Motion in one dimension we required or we need only one coordinate to specify the position of the object. We need only one coordinate. Only one coordinate. So that coordinate may be x or y. In order to, in case of motion in one dimension, we need only one coordinate to specify or to specify the position of the object or position of the particle. So it is in case of motion in one dimension. But in case of motion in two dimension, and motion in two dimension is also called motion in a plane. Motion in one dimension ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು motion in a straight line ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರಿ. motion in two dimension ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? motion in a plane ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So in case of motion in a plane, we need two coordinates to specify the position of the object. See here. So let us consider this is plane. Which plane? XY plane. It is called x axis and it is called y axis. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ x axis ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ y axis ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಿ, and it is origin. Okay, so there is an athlete at the origin. There is an athlete at the origin. This athlete throws the shot put. Shot put ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರಿ ನೀವು. So how to throw the shot put here? So like this. Whenever the shot put thrown by an athlete, it follows a curved path. That curved path is parabola. ಆ ಕರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತದ ನೇಚರ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಾ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ನಾಗ, ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್, ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿ? ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್? ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್. ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಜಾವ್ಲಿನ್ ಥ್ರೋ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು, ಹೌದಾ? ದೆನ್ So the horizontal distance covered by the object that can be determined by the x coordinate. ಇದು x coordinate ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So how to find the position of the object along the x-axis? We have to draw the perpendicular line from position of the object to the x-axis. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ತೊಗೊತೀನಿ ರೀ, x coordinate ಅಂತೇಳಿ ತೊಗೊತೀನಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದು 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹೌದಾ? Then in order to find the position of the shot put along the y-axis, we are going to draw the perpendicular line from position of the object to the y-axis. Okay. Then ಎಷ್ಟು coordinates ಬೇಕಾದವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 2 coordinates. What are those coordinates? X and y. And here x and y both coordinates are changing with respect to time. Okay. Then the position of the object can be determined by 2 coordinates x and y. This is in case of motion in 2 dimension or motion in a plane. So in case of motion in a plane or 2 dimension, we need 2 coordinates. We need 2 coordinates to specify or to find the position of a particle or the position of an object. What are those coordinates here? X and y. ಹೌದಾ? Then so we are going to draw the line vector from origin to the position of the object. So that line vector is called position vector, and this line vector is also called a directed line segment because this line is directed from O to P. Okay, so it is called position vector. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ 2 ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೈ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್. See here, I will draw the diagram separately for the position vector. It is x-axis and it is y-axis. So along the positive x-axis we are going to take the unit vector positive I, and along the positive axis we are going to take the unit vector positive j. Then let us consider this is the position of the shot put. ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ದಾಗ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, then it is a position vector that can be represented by r. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ 2 ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ 2 ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ y component. In order to find x component of position vector, we have to draw the perpendicular line from position of the object to the x-axis, then it is x component. And in order to find the y component of position vector, we are going to draw the perpendicular line from position of the object to the y-axis. Okay, so position of the object along the positive y-axis that can be determined by the unit vector j. Okay, and the position of the object along the x-axis that can be determined by x into unit vector I. So the shot put is positive, sorry, the shot put is along the positive x-axis and the shot put is along the positive y-axis. Okay, then here by using the triangle law of vector addition method, so if it is yj, now it is also yj. And here xj and yj both are taken in the same order. xj ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾರಿ xi ಮತ್ತು yj ರೀ ಸೇಮ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ನೇ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿವ್ರಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ದೋಸ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ 2 ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, xi and yj both are in same order, then we are going to add them. But vector r is in opposite order. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, it is xi na and it is yj, both are in the same order, like this, but their position vector can be taken in opposite order, that is vector r, like this. Okay, then the sum of 2 vectors taken in the same order is equal to the vector which is taken in the opposite order. that is vector r. Okay, then in order to find the magnitude of this position vector the magnitude ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. So by using the formula to find the magnitude of resultant vector, what is that? R is equal to square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ p ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ? x, q means y, then theta is how much? It is the perpendicular distance between xi and yj. Okay, xi ಮತ್ತೆ yj ಮಧ್ಯೆ perpendicular xi and yj both are perpendicular to each other, then what is the angle between them? That is 90 degree. ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎದ್ರದ್ದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೀರಿ ನಾವು? ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ r. Okay, then p can be taken as x. In order to find the magnitude, we are not going to consider the direction here. We are going to consider only the magnitude of xi, the magnitude of yj. Magnitude of xi ಅಂದರೆ x, magnitude of yj that is y. Then x square plus y square plus 2xy cos 90 degree. What is the value of cos 90? That is 0. Then it is x square plus y square, x square plus y square. Is it clear? Okay, so in order to find the magnitude of a vector, if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, what is the formula used? R is equal to square root of x square plus y square, ಹೌದಾ? Then in order to find the position of this direction of this position vector, ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಫಾ. ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ಟ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಕ್ಯೂ ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಪಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ. p plus q cos theta. Then theta ಎಷ್ಟದ್ರಿ? What is the angle between the vector xi and the vector yj? That is 90 degree. It is angle 90 degree. Then sin 90 is 1. Q is nothing but y into 1. P is nothing but x plus y into cos 90, that is 0. Then it is y by x. Then it is tan alpha. Then alpha is equal to tan inverse of y by x. It is the formula used to find the direction of position vector with respect to x axis. So x axis ಲಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಐತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ tan alpha is equal to y by x. Otherwise you can take alpha is equal to tan inverse of y by x. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲಿ ನೀವೇನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೈಥಾಗೋರಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಪೈಥಾಗೋರಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ಸೊ hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of adjacent square and opposite square. Hypotenuse square is r square, okay, and adjacent square is x square and opposite square is y square. Then r is equal to square root of x square plus y square because it is a right angled triangle. ರೈಟ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಪೈಥಾಗೋರಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಅದೇ ಥರ ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಇದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಪಾರ ತೊಗೋದ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಥೀಟಾ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್. Then tan alpha is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. Opposite side y, adjacent side x, that is y by x. So this is about how to find the magnitude of position vector and how to find the direction of position vector. So in today's class let us discuss what is a displacement vector in case of motion in 2 dimension. So how to find the displacement vector in 1 dimension, that is a delta x is equal to x2 minus of x1. 1 dimension the displacement ಹೆಂಗೆ find out ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು? delta x is equal to x2 minus of x1, final position minus initial position, ಅಥವಾ delta y is equal to y2 minus of y1. ಇದು ಎದುರಾಗ್ರಿ 1 dimension ಒಳಗಡೆ. But in case of 2 dimension we are going to find the displacement vector. How to find the displacement ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಬೋತ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೈ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್. ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್, ಬೋತ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಬೋತ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಟೈಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? So in last class we discussed position vector. In today's class let us discuss a displacement vector. Then how to find the displacement vector in case of plane. Already we know that how to find the displacement vector in case of one dimension. So displacement vector in case of horizontal motion, that is delta x is equal to x2 minus x1. Horizontal motion ದಾಗ displacement vector ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? Delta x is equal to x2 minus of x1, and it is an example for motion in one dimension. Then it is the formula used to find the displacement vector in case of one dimension. Then and also the displacement vector is in vertical motion, that is delta y is equal to y2 minus of y1. So it is in case of vertical motion. So these two are the formula used to find the displacement vectors in one dimension. Then how to find the displacement vector in 2 dimension? Here in case of one dimension there is only one coordinate changing with respect to time. If the motion is horizontal, then there is a x coordinate changing with respect to time. If the motion is vertical, then there is a y coordinate changing with respect to time. But in case of motion in a plane, so both x and y changing with respect to time, then how to find the displacement vector? Okay, see here. The displacement vector in a plane. Or displacement vector in 2 dimension. So let us consider xy plane. It is xy plane, x and y. There is a particle moving in a xy plane. So it is the path made by the particle. And what is the nature of path made by the particle? That is a curved path. ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ 2 ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪಾತ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ at the time t1 I will take the position of the particle, that is p1, and in order to specify the position of the object at the p1 we use how many coordinates here? 2 coordinates. What are those? X and y. So to find the position of the particle is along x-axis when the particle is at p1 in a plane. We have to draw the perpendicular line from p1 to the x-axis. We will get the position of the particle is along x-axis. Again, in order to find the position of the particle is along the y-axis when the particle is at p1. So again we are going to draw the perpendicular line from p1 to the y-axis, that is y1. Then what are the coordinates of the p1 here? X1 and y1. It is called horizon. At the time t1 the particle is at the position, or the object is at the position. The particle is at the position p1, and the coordinates to specify the position of the object at the p1, so those are x1 and y1. X1 and y1. After certain time the particle is displaced here. Okay, position of the particle is this one. At what time? At the time t2. Time t1 ಇದ್ದಾಗ position of the particle p1 ಆಗಿತ್ತು. At the time t2 the position of the particle is p2 because the particle is in motion. Particle motion ದಾಗ. Okay, at time t2 the particle is at the position p2. In order to specify the p2 we need how many coordinates? 2 coordinates. What are those? So let us draw the perpendicular line from p2 to the x-axis. We will get the position of the particle is along x-axis when the particle is at p2 in a plane. Okay, then it is x2. And in order to find the position of the particle is along y-axis when the particle is at p2, we are going to draw the perpendicular line from p2 to the y-axis, then we will get y2. Okay, then so it is p2, coordinates are x2 and y2. Then what is the position vector of the particle when the particle is at p1? Position vector means here it is a line vector drawn from origin to the position of the particle in a plane. It is position vector that is taken as r1. Okay, then in order to find the position of the particle when the particle is at p2, again we are going to draw the position vector from origin to the position of the particle. So again it is a line vector drawn from origin to the position of the particle. It is called position vector. It is r2. Then what do you mean by displacement? Displacement is nothing but it is the shortest distance between initial position and final position. Where to where the particle is displaced? From p1 to p2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ್ರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ? From p1 to p2. It is the shortest distance between initial position and final position. So p1 is the initial position, p2 is the final position, that is delta r. The displacement vector is represented by delta r. Okay, then at time t1 position vector of the particle is position vector of the particle is r1. So that is equal to, that r1 can be resolved into how many components? 2 components. So x component and y component. X component can be written as x1 into I. Y component can be written as y1 into j. Then at the time t2 position vector of the particle is, at the time t2 position vector of the particle is I will write r2 is equal to x2 into I, x component of the r2 plus y component of the r2. Then remember these two. I will take it as equation 1 and it is equation number 2. Then we are going to find the displacement vector. How to find the displacement vector here? See here, from this diagram what we concluded, the particle is vector r1 and delta r both are in same order, but r2 is in opposite order by using triangle law of vector addition method. So see here, r1 and delta r both are taken in the same order, but r2 is taken in the opposite order from the triangle law of vector addition method. So r1 plus delta r is equal to r2. So what do you mean by the displacement vector? It is the final position vector minus initial position vector. Final position vector is r2 na, and initial position vector is r1. Final position vector minus initial position vector, that gives the displacement vector. Then delta r is equal to, I will take this r1 to the right hand side, that becomes minus r1. r2 minus of r1. Then so this is the expression used to find the displacement vector in a plane. So let us substitute the values r2 value and r1 value. r2 ಮತ್ತೆ r1 value na equation da ಹಾಕೊಂತೀನಿ ನಾನು. So we will get the x component of displacement vector and also y component of displacement vector. So it is equation 3. Okay. Substituting equations 1 and 2 in equation 3. Delta r is equal to, what about r2? This one, x2i plus y2j minus, what about r1? x1i plus y1j. I will take that is in bracket because minus is there. x1i plus y1j. Okay, then multiplying this bracket with the negative sign, x2i plus y2j. So it is the position vector of the particle when the particle is at the position p2, minus into plus minus x1i minus into plus minus y1j. Okay, then see here I will take here I as common, here j as common. We will get the displacement of the particle along the x-axis and also along the y-axis. So in these two, what is common? I is common. Then I will write x2 minus of x1 into unit vector I. Then in these two, what is common? J is common now. Then plus y2 minus of y1 into unit vector j. Again multiply this I with this bracket. ಈ I ನ ಈ bracket multiply ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. So x2 into I, x2i minus x1 into I minus x1i. Is it right? Then again multiplying this j with the bracket y2 minus of y1. So y2 into j plus y2j minus y1 into j minus y1j. So it is delta r. So then delta r can be written as means a displacement vector. Delta r is nothing but here displacement vector. So x2 minus of x1, that gives the displacement of the particle along the x-axis, and y2 minus of y1, that gives the displacement of the particle is along y-axis. Suppose let us consider an example. x1 1 meter ಆದರೆ x2 4 meter ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. 4 minus of 1, that gives the 3 meter displacement along the x-axis. ಅದೇ ಥರ y1 2 meter ಅದ, y2 3 meter ಆದ್ರಿ, ಹೌದಾ? So 3 minus of 2, that is 1 meter. 1 meter displacement along y-axis, and this is how much? 3 meter displacement along x-axis. Then we will get the x component and y component of displacement vector along, in a plane. So that is delta xi plus delta yj. So it is the formula used to find the displacement vector in terms of x2 minus of x1 and y2 minus of y1. So what is the delta x here? x2 minus of x1. It is the displacement of the particle along the x-axis. What is y2 minus, what is the delta y here? It is y2 minus of y1. It is the displacement along the y-axis. Means displacement vector can be resolved into two components. Displacement vector can be resolved into two components. Resolved into two components. What are those? Delta x and delta y. Delta x is the x component of the displacement vector, and delta y is the y component of displacement vector in a plane. So delta x is nothing but x2 minus of x1, and delta y is nothing but y2 minus of y1. Okay, so I will draw the diagram for this one. Let us draw. So it is delta r na, and it is a x component of delta r, and it is a y component of delta r. See, it is a delta r, then it is p1 and it is p2. Delta r is nothing but it is a displacement vector from p1 to p2. It is the shortest distance drawn between initial position and final position. This can be taken as a delta r, and it is x component. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೀನಿ ನಾನು. Okay, x component that can be taken as delta x into unit vector I, and it is y component. It is a delta y into j. Delta y into j. Then see here again, what is the angle between delta xi and delta yj? That is 90 degree. Because these two are taken in the same order, delta r is taken in the opposite order. Then delta r is equal to delta xi plus delta yj. Delta yj. Then delta r is equal to the sum of vectors taken in the same order, delta xi plus delta yj. Again, by using the Pythagoras theorem, to find the magnitude of displacement vector, ಯಾವ formula use ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? So the magnitude of displacement square is equal to, the magnitude of displacement is equal to the square root of the square of magnitude of displacement along x-axis, the square of magnitude along the square of magnitude of displacement along y-axis. See here, magnitude of displacement vector, magnitude of displacement vector. Magnitude of displacement vector ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ? ಸೊ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಅಥವಾ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of adjacent square and opposite square. Adjacent square is delta x square, then opposite square is delta y square. Then delta r is equal to the square root of delta x square plus delta y square. Then delta x square means x2 minus of x1 whole square. x2 minus of x1 whole square. Delta y square means y2 minus of y1 whole square. It is the formula used to find the magnitude of displacement vector in plane. Then how to find the direction of displacement vector? Direction of displacement vector with respect to x-axis. So direction of displacement vector. Direction of displacement vector. See here, tan alpha is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side, delta y by delta x. Opposite side is delta y, adjacent side is delta x. Then alpha is equal to tan inverse of delta y by delta x. So delta y means y2 minus of y1, delta x means x2 minus of x1. So remember this formula, these are very important. Okay, so this is all about the displacement vector in a plane.